Ark Valley is home to 1,000 inmates, half of whom are violent offenders. A few are juveniles, like 17-year-old Lorenzo Chavez, who has just arrived.
I'd rather be in YOS. From what I heard, there's more beneficial things at YOS for young offenders.
But because of the nature of his crime, Chavez wasn't eligible for YOS.
I never thought I'd be here at 17 in an adult prison. It's just not a good environment to be in. I have 19 more years to go. I kind of try not to think about it because it does get depressing if I think about how much time I got.
Chavez has been in and out of correction since he was 10. As a teen, he was dealing coke and heroin in Denver. At 16, he was convicted of second-degree murder, the result of a drug deal gone bad. But this is the big house. Here, he has to constantly look over his shoulder.
You really gotta watch yourself and what you say around people and what you do. It just makes me stay on my toes and makes me watch my every move.
To survive in prison, Chavez will have to find inmates he can ally himself with for protection. But it's hard to know who he can trust.
I seen somebody get beat up here. Seen a couple people dragged out in handcuffs and dogs brought through. There's a million ways to get in trouble, and more.
If he's lucky, one of the lifers will show him how to keep other inmates from preying on him. A lifer like Eric Davis.
He's just a kid lost in a man's world.
Eric Davis was given a life sentence for first-degree murder and armed robbery when he was just 18. He says predators were waiting to take advantage of him.
Whether it's tricking you out of money or pressuring you for sexual favors, probably was in 25 fights. In the first year that I was in prison, there's no one here to protect you. Staff won't protect you and other inmates don't protect you. You have to take care of yourself.
Younger inmates who are physically smaller and more easily intimidated can have a hard time figuring out how to survive.
When you're a boy, taking care of yourself in a pod full of a bunch of men is unfathomable because none of the rules make any sense in here.
Cross the wrong inmate and the results are fast and violent.
It's full-on brutal violence. Guys trying to kill other guys in the purest ways. You know, there's face-to-face and it's ugly and it's mean and there's no one to stop them.
Davis says he has to stay away from young felons like Chavez, who other inmates may victimize.
That's trouble for me all the way around. I can't befriend him because then I stand between him and the knife.
After having served 22 years, Davis thinks adult prison is the wrong place for Lorenzo Chavez.
Throwing him in prison to make him a bigger, stronger convict or a bigger, stronger predator or a victim to be taken and turned into a monster maybe makes no sense.